What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And yes, I am here. Nobody to the left, nobody to the right. It's me by myself, ladies and gentlemen. But I had to give you football. It's been so long since I've been with you on a Sunday. You know what it is. About to shut down some undefeated teams tomorrow. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. But happy Sunday to you. Hallelujah. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday football. And yes, I know it's early, but if you do not know, there's a game going on right now. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with a resurgent over the last couple of weeks, Tom Brady is up on the Seattle Seahawks, one of the most shocking teams of this year, 21-9. Julio has a touchdown. Gino got a touchdown. Thank you, Gino. I started you. I also picked up Julio, didn't start him. But hope all of you are doing well this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just happy to be here, happy to talk some football. If you all watched yesterday, college football was on. Shout out to Georgia, getting another W. Shout out to my Tar Heels, Drake May, ladies and gentlemen, doing his thing. Yeah, they need to give him some conversation, Heisman conversation for sure, for sure. What's going on, Bobby? Talking about Fins for the win again. Oh, okay. We're going to see how that rocks out. We're going to see how that rock and rolls today. But look, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, before I do anything else, definitely want to welcome you to Let's Talk Football Sunday Game Day Preview. And like I said, I'm here by myself. It is all good. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Nick. I want the smoke. Rosario, who is actually at Soldier Field right now, working concessions for the Bears game. Shout out to them. Hope they can get that dub today against the Detroit Lions. I got somebody in this house that ain't hoping for that, but we'll see what definitely happens. Oh, geez. Oh, goodness gracious. Yo, that's my lovely babe. So shout out to my guy, Nick. Nathan Snell, another member of the show, is actually live right now on his own thing, creating his own, platform dynasty, doing big things. So check him out, Big Nate Sports Talk. And he's definitely talking about the Indianapolis Colts today. Interesting. They've been going somewhere. Yeah. Solo kind of dope. I can dig. Hey, Bobby, haven't done it in a while, man. Haven't done it in a while. Might need to, man. Hey, I might hit you up. Check your inbox, man. I might hit you up with a little link. Get you on here. But look, so, and the other two members, the youngest reporters in the game, Mr. Dylan and Colin Walsh, might be with us a little bit later. I did send them the link, but we will see what's going on. But look, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. With our pep talk. So, ladies and gentlemen, my pep talk today is going to my team. And I think you know where I'm going, ladies and gentlemen. People have said it. People have murmured it. People have talked about the Eagles are undefeated. But I know that the race is not given to the swift. No, the battle to the strong, but to those that endure. Washington at 4-5 has endured this season. We're in second quarterback, but Heineke's doing a little something. But ladies and gentlemen, watch out. Because I'm telling my guys, if I'm in that locker room, I'm saying, look, guys, I know what their record is. I know they put 24 up against you in the second quarter and won 24-8. I know that they're at the top of the NFC East. But let me tell you something. David had a rock. And Goliath was big and tall, but Goliath did fall. So watch out for my Washington Commanders, because we're going to do something. We're going to do something. As my boy says, we're going to do something before 2-something, maybe 2-something in the AM, because we're going to go in to Tuesday 5-5. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen, that is the pep talk. What is going on, Andrew Faubert, my guy? I hope you are feeling better. Know you have caught a little bug recently. I am so looking forward to your show next week. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Andrew Faubert, in the building. Yeah, buddy. Absolutely, Bobby. Slow and steady wins the race. Absolutely, man. We will see. And we will definitely talk about your AFC beast. Can't touch this. Nah. My guy, I see what you're doing. I love it. Yo, so that was our pep talk early in the morning. So let's real quick go into a Thursday night football recap. Definitely have to talk about it because there's another show, ladies and gentlemen. There's another show that is absolutely perfect. I love it. It is the Let's Talk Football NFC South Takeover. I also am a member of that show, doing a little Panthers thing, helping my guys out. Andrew Faubert, Kyle Yacy, and Nicole Klychek are hosts of that show, do an amazing job. And we had a divisional matchup. The Panthers, not led by PJ Walker. I shouted him out earlier, but he was not at the helm. But the Panthers did get the W over a Falcons team that a couple weeks ago was leading the NFC South division. But unfortunately, they were not able to get past a struggling Panthers team. Panthers at 3-7 right now, and we've seen what they did. Walker was in there with 10-16 for over 100 yards, no touchdowns. But D'Onta Foreman got back into the saddle, started doing it after having an off week last week. He had over 30 carries for 130 yards and a touchdown. He was the driving force. Not to be outdone, we saw how Mariota and them have been able to do it. Question arises, I know we've been talking about this on NFC South show, Mariota. Is it time to move on from Mariota? You got that guy in the back behind him, and Desmond Ridder, 3-year start out of Cincinnati. So let's see. It might be time. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. But the Falcons are 4-6, and Carolina is 3-7. And listen, the Falcons needed that W because now we are seeing, and I'm going to give you a quick little update on this one. Tampa Bay now is only up 21-16 as Geno hits Goodwin for a 19-yard touchdown pass. So, hey, there's just under 3 minutes to play, or just under 4 minutes to play in this game. But apparently, Seattle ain't done yet over there in Germany. So this should be quite interesting to see who pulls this out late. Bobby said the Bucs have the easiest path possible win the SAD division. Hey, listen, yeah, a couple weeks ago I would have said check out Atlanta. They're gonna do something, but I don't know. I do not know. Ridder has to be terrible if he's not playing by now. And that's a good thing, a good comment, man, because it really makes you wonder, because Mariota really hasn't done anything to write home about. He's really been a game manager. His wheels definitely help him out, but at the same time, he ain't really lighting it up in the air. He's not really taking him over the top, and you have Pitts, you have London, you have, Zacchaeus, you have a lot of these weapons. And Cordero Patterson, another one. But for some reason, Atlanta and Mariota are not getting over the top. So Panthers get that W and a much-needed win, although I don't think it's going to really help them throughout the year. I think their issues are, I think it's the ship is already sinking. But it was good to get this W, and I will talk about it on the Tuesday show, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, that was the recap of the Thursday game. And actually, this is a perfect time. Bobby, I'll send you the link because there's a question that I want to ask, and it's from that Thursday show. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to shout out my guy, Kyle Yacy, because he posed a question on the Thursday show, and I think it absolutely hits home. I'm gonna pose it right here, and I'll write up a little banner. You guys let me know what you think. Check this out.
Kind of like made me think of a question, actually. So I guess in today's age, and I guess this is gonna be like a round thing, what do you guys think matters more? Like, if you had to pick, do you think the rushing game matters more, or do you think the passing game matters more in today's, I guess, football?
Yeah, buddy. So I loved the question. Here it is. Is the NFL a passing league or is it a rushing league? Now, I thought if you actually go back to watch the NFC South show, I thought the way they answered it was perfect. Back in the day, we know it. You had your guys like Eric Dickerson. Well, you can go all the way back and have the Jim Browns, but look at the Steelers dynasties with Franco Harris and Rocky Blyer. Look at Riggo and Marcus Allen and a lot of those guys. Up and through, like midway through, I'd say about the 80s, it was run. It was third down and short. You ran the ball 99% of the time. But now, and I think it started with Mr. Dan Marino, now it's a passing league. It is a passing league, and they're throwing it all over the place. Now you got the Tom Brady's, over 100,000. Come on now, that's Drew Brees, Peyton Manning's, these guys who were just lighting it up. And I mean, even the guys now, even Aaron Rodgers, I know it's a little past, but they are definitely lighting it up. And I'm telling you, I honestly, right now it is a passing league. It is. But the one thing I will say is this. The number one thing that you have to have in that passing league is a running game. So they kind of work off of each other, because you've had a lot of these teams that will throw it up, continue to go deep and doing all this stuff. And then late in the game, they can't get a simple, 3rd and 1, and they give the other team an opportunity. You need to have a running game, in my opinion, but that's also coming from somebody that is a former running back. Oh, what's going on? Anthony Handy, morning, good sir. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, check this guy out. Tomorrow night, they will be talking about their dogs who will, mark my words, guarantee, say what you want to, they're going back to the national championship. Especially with Alabama almost losing, I don't see anybody touching them. So we'll see what happens. What are your thoughts about my Lions? Catherine, I'm not answering that. But we will talk about that in a little bit. Oh, man. So, yeah. So let me know your thoughts. Is it NFL a passing league right now? Is it a rushing league right now? Is it better to have a really good running back and mediocre game manager quarterback? Or is it better to have somebody that can light it up all over the place and then maybe have a little running back by committee? Man, you guys let me know if you're watching now or watching later. I appreciate all you guys that checking me out. Yes, I am by myself, but it's all good, though. It's all good. Sometimes on that journey, you got to take those steps by yourself, and be the leader so that people can hop on and follow. Let's get it. I would rather see Georgia win than Bama. Hey, Bama, they almost lost to Ole Miss yesterday, so we don't know if they're going to do anything else this year. Definitely not going to be in the SEC championship. And shout out to Georgia and LSU. We'll be making this year's SEC championship, but that is a show for another day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk college football for Scherzer. What's going on, Delilah? And right on time. Ladies and gentlemen, definitely, if you're watching now or watching later, and definitely give your 2 cents on the question if the league is a rushing league or a passing league. But we are going to move on. I know there's a lot of games going on at the moment. It's 21-16 with under 4 minutes to play. Tampa Bay is beating Seattle over in Germany right now. It is a good one. But while I have my dear Delilah Crespo here, she has been doing something for the last couple years, and it's been a special segment that we like to call Diversity with Delilah, where she gives us a certain player from the past, maybe somebody you haven't heard of, and gives the insight on these guys. And since Friday was Veterans Day, we have to show love to our veterans. And everybody, whenever you think of veterans in NFL, there's one name that comes up, and that's Mr. Pat Tillman. So check this out by Delilah Crespo.
Diversity with Delilah. Aye.
All right. Hello, LTF fans. And anybody watching. This is another episode of DWD, also known as Diversity with Delilah. And today I will be covering Pat Tillman. As many of you already know, he was an American professional football player who played in the NFL. And he died in combat. He died serving our country. But let's learn a little bit about him and his football career and what made him tick, right? So he's from Fremont, California. He's the oldest of 3 sons. His other brothers are Kevin and Richard. Tillman played competitive football when he was in high school and in middle school. In Leland High School, he actually helped lead the Central Coast Division I football championship. He didn't always play football, though. His freshman year of high school, he played catcher for his baseball team, but he didn't make varsity team. So then sophomore year, he decided to just focus on football. Because of that, he went to Arizona State University on a football scholarship. And so that's kind of where his football career began. He started college as a linebacker for Arizona State University in 1994 when he secured the last remaining scholarship for the team. Tillman excelled at linebacker at Arizona State despite being small for his position. He was only 5'11". But as a junior, he helped his team go undefeated that season, as well as helping them make the Rose Bowl that year. In 1997, he was voted the Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year. In the same year, Tillman was also named Arizona State's MVP. Academically, he was majoring in marketing and graduated in 3.5 years with a 3.85. So not only was he excelling on the field, he was actually excelling in his academics. And so he won some academic award. He won the Clyde B. Smith Academic Award in 1996 and 1997. He also won the Sporting News Honda Scholar Athlete of the Year in 97, as well as the Sun Angel Student Athlete of the Year in 98. He was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2010. Posthumously, Tillman was also inducted into the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame in 2018. In 1998, he was selected the 226th pick by the Arizona Cardinals, where he was actually moved over to play safety in that position. In the NFL, he started 10 of 16 games in his rookie season. At one point in his NFL career, Tillman turned down a 5-year, $9 million contract offer from the St. Louis Rams at that time, out of loyalty to the Cardinals. Sports Illustrated football writer Paul Zimmerman actually named Tillman to his 2000 NFL All-Pro team after Tillman finished with 155 tackles, 120 solo, 1.5 sacks a game, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 9 pass deflection, and 1 interception for 30 yards. Tillman finished his career with totals of 340 tackles, again, 2.5 sacks a game, 3 interceptions for 37 yards, 3 forced fumbles, 15 pass deflection, and 3 fumble recoveries in 60 career games. In addition, he also had 1 rush attempt for 4 yards and returned 3 kickoffs for 33 yards. However, in May 2002, 8 months after the September 11 attacks, and after completing the 15 remaining games of the 2001 season, which followed those attacks, Tillman turned down a contract offer of $3.6 million over 3 years from the Cardinals to enlist in the U.S. Army. He actually enlisted with his brother Kevin. They both enlisted together on May 31st, 2002. In September 2002, they both completed basic training together. The 2 brothers completed the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program in late 2002 and were assigned to the 2nd Ranger Battalion in Fort Lewis, Washington. Tillman resided in University Place with his wife before being deployed to Iraq. After participating in the initial invasion of Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom, in 2003, he entered Ranger School at Fort Benning, Georgia, and graduated on November 28, 2003. Tillman was subsequently deployed to Afghanistan and posted at FOB Salerno. On April 22, 2004, that's when we learned that he died in combat. And so because of Pat Tillman, we know there's the Pat Tillman Foundation, which helps veterans and veterans' families. He was posthumously awarded the Silver Star Citation and also the Purple Heart as well. And so again, just in honor of Veterans Day, I decided to cover Pat Tillman, who served our country and gave the ultimate sacrifice. And that is my diversity with Delilah is Pat Tillman. All right, everybody. Have a pleasant day. Bye.
Yeah, buddy. That was my homegirl, Delilah Crespo, giving us diversity with Delilah. Pat Tillman, definitely shout out to him for not only his service, but just his selflessness, being able to go out there and forego an NFL career to go into Iraq and just fight for our country. And shout out to all of the veterans, that have passed on, or all the ones that are still living. We have a couple in our group. Anthony Handy is one of them. Shout out a lot of my people that have, in my family that are veterans. So definitely want to take a minute and say, happy Veterans Day. Shout out to you guys. We appreciate everything that y'all do. And we're here for you. I think a lot of the times, them being veterans and being so tough and going out there, we forget that, sometimes they need a shoulder to cry on. They just need somebody just to listen, or even if they don't want to talk, because I got family members that don't really want to talk about certain situations. But as long as you're there and just they know that you're there, that's a huge thing. So we appreciate that, Delilah. Happy Veterans Day for sure. And definitely shout out to Pat Tillman and his family and the foundation and everything like that. So I have an update. Ladies and gentlemen, Tampa Bay has defeated Seattle in Germany 21-16. Tom Brady, that's 2 in a row. That's a good thing. He's getting back on track. But we got some other games in here. But you know what? I asked the question a little bit sooner, and I got my guys coming in here. I want him to answer this question before we get into a couple other things. So I'm going to play that question for you real quick. Again, this is my guy, Kyle Yacy from the NFC South Show, asking a question about the league.
Kind of like made me think of a question, actually. So I guess in today's age, and I guess this is going to be like a round thing, what do you guys think matters more? Like, if you had to pick, do you think the rushing game matters more, or do you think the passing game matters more in today's, I guess, football?
Oh, yeah, my guy, Mr. Bobby Wills. What up, Bobby?
What's up, brother?
How you feeling,
All
man?
right, I can barely hear Kyle asking that question, but what matters more, the passing game or the rushing game? I gotta say pass, bro. Yeah.
I don't think you, since your boy Dan Marino back in 84, 85, since he did it, I mean, they don't think they've looked back, and the rules cater to that.
You know what though? Tyreek and Jalen Waddle have already broken the Marx Brothers records.
Woo! Really?
Yeah. That's how freaking good they are.
Oh my goodness! Oh, they haven't even had Tua for a whole season.
No. Everybody wants to talk about, oh, Tua's not this. Tyreek's going to struggle without, Patrick Mahomes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, look at him now.
All right, well, hey, you got the platform. I'm giving you the platform right now. Talk about your Miami Dolphins before we talk about the game. Tell me, because, everybody's hating, man. Talk to me. What y'all going to do this year?
Honestly, I mean, playoffs at minimum, for sure.
Yeah.
And might actually win a game or two. We'll see. But, ever since they traded for Bradley Chubb, everybody wants to crown him like, oh, they're a legit Super Bowl contender now. And I'm like, I'm not so sure about that just yet. But would I be happy if that happened? Of course.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Look, and it's not just Bradley Chubb. And kudos to you guys for making that move. But it's Armstead, it's getting Tyreek, it's getting, a number of receivers. You got defensive guys. Like, you guys are legitimately building a force out there in Miami. And like you said, look, everybody want to cry about, they're Tyreek over here and Tua's not this, not that. Look, when he's been on the field, when he starts and finishes the game, Tua's undefeated.
Defeated.
There it is.
Yes, sir.
And we've seen what they did. We're not talking about 21-17 ball games. They were down 35-7 to the Ravens and came all the way back.
Yep.
I mean, they're putting up numbers, man. So, and I like this because a year ago it was rough. We hit you up at like week 8 and it was 1-7, and we're like, Bobby, is there hope?
5 straight after, yeah, I know.
Right. But this year is so much different, and the reason why I think it's just so credible is that you're not. You mentioned it in the comments. You talk about the NFC beast, the AFC. They beasted, man. So
everybody's over 500,
right? So,
everybody.
Seriously, coming out of that division, and we know that there's potential injuries with Josh Allen. We know he got the UCL on his elbow. We'll see what happens with that.
He's going to play today, but yeah, UCL isn't good. That's a baseball pitcher injury usually.
Right. Well, so break
if
that
you
down.
carry that thing all the way, it's Tommy John surgery.
Right. Okay.
I've had it done myself.
You had it done. I think you might have froze, Bobby. I'll see if I can bring you back in. My guy Bobby Wills. Yeah, no, it's the Tommy John surgery on his elbow. And the first, okay, here he is. He's back.
There we go. Okay.
All right, there we go. All right, bet. All right. So you were saying, so it's a Tommy John injury, and I've heard you can play through it, but at the same time, I've also heard that it's going to hurt something awful.
He could play through it, but if it gets hit the wrong way again,
yeah,
that could be a season ender, easy.
Yeah. Now, and let me ask you this, because I've said this in some of the chats. I've said this kind of on the low, but I'm going to say it. If Buffalo does not have Josh Allen, are they still a Super Bowl contender?
Who's your backup? Case Keenum?
Yeah.
Huh. What do you think?
Now look. I gotta say this.
Stephon Diggs is probably going to go bury his head in the ground somewhere and be like, "Oh fuck."
But wait, because Case Keenum was the one who threw it to Stephon Diggs in the Minnesota Miracle. So
yes, but that was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. All right.
But still, listen. I mean, I think you're right though, because for him to strike gold twice on that, like I just don't see it from Case. He's a great backup, but they're struggling with their running game right now. Josh Allen is their rushing offense.
The way they'll be successful, like you said, they're struggling with the running game if they get Singletary going. Otherwise, yeah,
it's not happening. I don't see it, man.
The only thing I'm worried about is we have to play them up there next month.
Yeah.
When it's going to be freezing cold and probably snowing and all this other garbage. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. But look, let's stay right here with this one. Actually, let me answer some of these real quick. Delilah said, I still believe you need to have a strong running game. It wears the defense down. Yes. Absolutely. I still think teams need to have a strong running game because of the, you said that. And then Case Keenum could keep them competitive, but not take them all the way to Super Bowl and not without Josh Allen. I agree.
You know what, though? That team as a whole is complete enough that I think he can keep them competitive and win some games, but they wouldn't win all the games that they normally would have with Josh.
Exactly. It would be a fight all the way through as opposed to now with Josh Allen. Yeah. They're the favorites. They're the clear favorites. But look, let's go back to you guys. We've seen you're 6-3. You're going up against a 3-5 Browns team with Jacoby Brissett. You mentioned it earlier. You said this might be a trap.
It feels like a trap, man.
Well, I mean, talk to me, man. We know about their rushing attack. We know about Myles Garrett and that defense, but they still struggle. And you guys,
our defense needs to show up. Okay, the one thing I'm grateful for is Jacoby Brissett isn't going to beat you with his feet.
Very true.
So we're not going to have to worry about that today. Stuffing Nick Chubb, if the defense is good at one thing, that's what they're good at, is stuffing the run. Against the pass, they're one of the bottom teams in the league. So that's something they need to tighten up. Who are the Browns receivers? Amari Cooper, Peoples-Jones.
Yep.
And who's the third?
We got Amari Cooper. We got Peoples-Jones. Their tight end, maybe. Like I'm trying to. They are really. It's Hunt and Chubb out of the backfield with the screens and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I that's why I'm asking. Kind of like I'm looking. We got David Bell, Jakeem Grant.
Is Njoku still their tight end?
Schwartz is in there. Yes, Njoku is still their tight end. Let me see if he's healthy or not, though. Let me see. Let's see who's out for them. No, so he's out. Njoku is out today.
Oh, so okay.
There you go.
A little bit.
Yeah. Maybe. So I mean, look, this is a game you should win. We know that. You should win these games, but these are also the type of games, like you said, these are trap games.
2, 3, 4 weeks, I think, should be relatively easy, on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like I said, it could be a trap day.
Well, because you got the 1-6-1 Texans, so you should go for that. They're going for the number 1 seed. Then you have San Francisco, who has been struggling, but I feel like you guys can get that.
They're going to be tough, but I mean, if anybody knows them any better, it's Mike McDaniel. So we'll see.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Then you got the Chargers, and then you got Buffalo in Buffalo. So those are your next 4. And then you get the Green Bay. So Merry Christmas too. You get Green Bay on Christmas.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better Christmas gift. Right.
That's fun.
I hope y'all could put Mr. Aaron Rodgers out of his misery because
Send him home packing.
it's the time. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, well, look.
Deliver a box to Tom Brady's house, too.
I mean, now Tom got the W today. He had to go to Germany to do it, but he got the W.
I know I'm not the only one, but man, it's fun to watch those guys struggle this year.
No, look, and as you see it, I've been on the NFC South show as a Panthers fan, and when we beat them 21-3, I don't talk much crap, but I was like, "Oh, what's up, Tom? What's up? Keep pounding, Tom. Let's go."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. So yeah, we'll see what happens because even if they're most likely going to make it to the playoffs because that division is just trash.
Exactly.
But
right.
We're going to see. We don't have the same fear of that team as we once did, 2 years ago when they were Super Bowl bound. You know what I mean?
They're old and slow now.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the bottom line. They're just old and slow.
Oh yeah.
And,
absolutely.
They play a Buffalo, they play a Miami, they play whoever, Baltimore. They're going to get run out of the building.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, Bobby, I'm going to keep you here with me because we're going to give people our picks. We're going to give people our picks for today, starting obviously with your game and ending with my game tomorrow night, baby. Let's go. Let's go. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, daggone producer in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a brand new show coming out tonight under the Squid Rips Cards name by our amazing first couple of the Let's Talk Football community, Ash and Sydney Swinton. It's going to be Swinton's Update, Swinton's Unfiltered. And they're going to go in at halftime, kind of do like a little Manning Monday night thing, but do it for the Sunday night games. Just talk crap, go back and forth. They're going to have a special guest on. Definitely want you to check that out. I'm going to give you a little of their preview of their video. Definitely get them tonight at, I believe, halftime. So probably about 9-ish, maybe 9 Eastern, 9:30. So we'll see what's going on, but we'll be right back with you with our picks for week 10. Yeah, buddies. That's Swinton's Unfiltered. Check them out. Right on time. Ashwin, check out Ashwin and her husband, Sydney Swinton, tonight. Ash, what time? I said about 9:30. That's about halftime of the game, 9:30 Eastern. Let me know what time popped in just at the right time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So definitely tune into that tonight. They will have a special guest. I won't spoil that for you, but that's going to be something we're going to do every single Sunday. And I cannot be more excited for this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following the Let's Talk Football community, it was maybe a year and a half ago that the Swintons really started to dive into a lot of the stuff that we're doing. And now, I mean, you saw with the draft show, you've seen with Let's Talk Football in the morning on in the Sundays over the fall or in the summer, and you've seen with the fantasy show. These two are naturals. They absolutely know their stuff. They're amazing. And I'm going to tell you something. They're hilarious. So watch out tonight because it's going to be a great time for sure. 9:30 Eastern-ish. Okay, bet. Yeah, so definitely watch out. But look, we got a whole bunch of games going on right now. Oh, it says week 10. And so we are going to go through and give our week 10 picks this morning. And Bobby, I'm glad you're with me. I'm going to keep you on here. And we're going to start right at the top. We talked about the quarterback Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, 6-2. Minnesota, Mr. You like that? I had to, Bobby, I had to see all these damn videos with chains and whatnot.
Yeah, Kirk, Icy Kirk dancing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean,
I have no idea what's gonna happen. That's awesome.
I gotta go with the Vikings, man. If Keenum
Let's
plays,
go Cousins.
Sure.
Sorry.
Say that again, Bobby.
If Keenum plays, the Vikings win for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Plus, what is it? A 1:00 game? Yeah. Kirk
Mhm.
wins 1:00 games.
Oh, can't bet on Josh Allen. He wasn't spotted in the pregame. Uh-oh. I honestly, Ash, Kat says hi, Ash. Honestly, I'm going to be very honest with you. You said it before, and I think that's it. If he's not there, that's a totally different looking team.
Yeah, we're going to have a new first place team in the division this week. Maybe these guys. Who knows?
Hey, come on now. Now. But look, let me ask you a question on the other side of this. You got the Minnesota Vikings now 7-1. They've won 6 straight. They should have lost last week, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, are they the best team in the NFC? I mean, I know the Eagles are 8-0, but we'll talk about why.
What? The Vikings would have lost to Miami if Tua was playing.
No,
I throw that out there, but I don't know, man. They're pretty good, and the game they did lose to the Eagles on Monday night. If Kirk Cousins didn't throw 2 end zone interceptions, I think so. Yeah, they could have won that game easily too.
Yeah, good point. Hey, Vikings keep playing backup QBs, so it should be just their luck to get no Allen. Yeah, I mean, we've seen what they've done against us a week ago, and we've seen kind of what they've done throughout this year. But
yeah, man,
he should have. He absolutely should have. We gave them that game, but no, Bobby, I'm not doing this. All right. Woosah. All week I've been like, we go, and then I gotta see this chains and get out of here, Kirk. Just got triggered. Sorry about that. So as we saw, the Buccaneers did get the W over the Seahawks, but in a game, moving on from that, in a game that directly affects, well, actually it doesn't because both these teams aren't great. An NFC North matchup. The Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears play. Both have 6 losses. The Bears have 3 wins. 3 more than I thought they'd have. Who's winning this one?
Man, that's a tough one. Because you don't know which team's going to show up.
Right. Exactly.
I'm going to go with Detroit.
Yeah.
I got to go with them.
Look, we know about their offense. Detroit's offense at one point in the league was number 1 in the league. But we also know about their number 32 ranked defense. You know what I mean? Chicago, it's Justin Fields on offense. Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, that was beautiful. Let me tell you, that was so beautiful watching them beat them. Yep. Oh, yeah. But here's the other side. Crossing my fingers, especially because it's a home game. Justin Fields finally looks comfortable. Last week, he looked very comfortable. Over 170 on the ground.
Yes. Yeah, I know. He ran all over us, but even Mike McGinn on the sideline.
You guys? I'm sorry, I forgot that was you guys. Oh man.
Yeah.
But you still pulled out the W. But my point to it though is they're not the team that everybody thought coming into the season. That was just they're gonna roll over and get smashed. Bears are playing good ball. I mean, you saw what they did to the Patriots.
They are, but they traded their best defensive player away just a couple weeks ago.
2 of them, Roquan and
They traded Mac 6 months ago or something.
Right, they traded him 6 months ago. Yeah, and then you got Roquan that just went out, and then Ash? Who's the other guy that just left? Or Delilah, you can tell me. I don't know why I cannot remember who this guy is. You just let go of somebody else. If he went to the Eagles, let me know. I know y'all will tell me.
Well, it's the linebacker. What's his name though?
Yeah, I can't think of what his name is, and it's on the tip of my head right now. I can't think of it.
The DN.
The DN. Quinn.
Yeah,
Robert Quinn. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Delilah. Yo, so yeah, that's going to be interesting. We'll see. This is going to be an old school NFC North matchup. Who do you have, Bobby? Who do you think's going to win it?
The Lions or Bears?
Yeah. Lions, Detroit.
Yep.
Bobby, I got to go Chicago. But Bobby, it's literally like
exactly.
They're neck and neck.
Which side of the fence are you on? You're gonna fall that way or fall that way?
Right. I could easily see this thing going and being like 17-17 going to overtime. Like
yeah.
But look, let's move on. We're going into the next game. The Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. Yeah.
That was
I think Derrick Henry runs all over the Broncos. Look, Bobby, what Russell Wilson, all that money and nothing. What's going on, man?
Hey, let's ride.
Right? That's about as exciting as his last Let's Ride was, man. Yo, hold up.
The Broncos are probably one of the biggest disappointments of this season so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Simply, the fact that Russell got paid all that money to come there. Mm-hmm. And two, now that him and Pete Carroll are beefing, you see them talking about wearing wristbands and whatnot.
Right. For what? Come on, man.
That stuff is funny, man. And then the fact that Nathaniel Hackett, the head coach, can't hack it. Literally.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's one of those coordinators that is best suited being a coordinator, not a head coach.
Right. Just like Josh McDaniels of the Raiders.
Same thing.
Go back to Belichick. All right. But look, hey, that is actually a solid question, and I think we should ask it. You have Russell Wilson. They paid all that money to get him there, and he's obviously not performing. He's not up to par. I've heard people say it takes 8-9 games for you to finally get together, but I mean, where do you go from here?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, if a quarterback can't come to a new team and lead those guys right off the bat, then 8 or 9 games, I call BS on that. I just don't see it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm right there.
Quarterback's got to be able to go to a new team, whether it's day 1 or day 20 or day 100. He's got to be able to lead those guys.
You got to get it done, and And look, they went from bad to worse because you're going up against a team that is that is heavily reliant on the run, and Derrick Henry, who's had his last 5 games, had over 500 yards, including a 219-yard performance against the Texans 2 weeks ago.
Derrick Henry has scored 9 touchdowns this year. The rest of the Titans, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they're not even, they're making no bones about it. They're saying we're going to give it to him and you stop him. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Because honestly, against the Chiefs, nothing else worked. Malik Willis had 80 yards passing. Okay. They're going to run it. And if it doesn't work without him,
they didn't complete a single pass to a wide receiver.
Yeah.
How many games have you ever watched where that happens?
Right. So, look, Tennessee's got this. I don't think there's any question. I'm absolutely with you. Derrick Henry has 870 yards. You said 9 touchdowns. The guy gets almost 5 yards a pop. I mean, I think it's safe to say he's back.
He's still got it. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And moving on, Chiefs, Jaguars. I mean,
that's clear, too. Yeah. Do I even have to say it? Yeah.
Is there any hope for Jacksonville? I mean, they got a new coach in Pedersen. You thought things were gonna change?
Maybe that much.
Yeah. I was just hoping they weren't going to be a top 5 pick again, but the way it's looking, I don't know. So yeah, we got Chiefs on that one. Okay, we talked about Browns versus Dolphins. You called your Dolphins, correct?
We already know. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go that way too. Brissett, I don't think anything. I just don't think he can do it. I do think that running game might pose some problems for you guys, but they're gonna hold it out. You got the air attack.
Running backs were giving up less than like 75 yards a game, I think.
Ooh, okay. All right.
It's quarterbacks that run that we got to worry about.
Right. Well, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we both got Miami on this one. In a game that I thought was going to be a battle at this point in the year for the number 1 pick, the Texans, who are going that way, against the 6-2 Giants. What?
Gotta be the Giants, man.
The flipping Giants.
Abel's got it going on. That's one dude who was a coordinator that can come in and be a head coach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But and they've helped him. I mean,
before they hired Mike McDaniel in Miami, that's who I wanted to be our coach.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And he has revitalized that team. He's given them new life, given them full of energy. But still, the fact that they're 6-2 has me scratching my head. Like, what? What? I just can't. Nobody saw this. Nobody saw this thing coming. I certainly did not. So,
every once in a while, the trash can catches a steak.
That's right. Well, look, let me ask you this though, Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes. Oh boy.
Anything?
No. I feel like this might be his last year starting.
Yeah.
And then he's destined to be a backup for the rest of his career.
I'm telling you, I think this is one of the only places he could start, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, moving right along in another surprising. I'm surprised by both these teams' record. The 2-6 Pittsburgh Steelers will host the 3-6 New Orleans Saints. Now, TJ Watt will be back for Pittsburgh, so that defense is we expect it to be back to what it was. The fact that
TJ's back, I got to go with the Steelers.
Yeah. Now Minka is out. Minka Fitzpatrick is out in this game, but oh, wait a minute. We got to update. According to Adam Schefter, I don't know how much we can believe that gentleman.
I see TJ going in there and sacking Dalton probably like 5 times.
Ooh, I can see it happening. Now, I can see that happening in a loss.
Yeah.
Because I still don't trust Pickens. I still don't trust Pickett. They obviously, the Steelers have a big issue with Matt Canada. When Claypool, now that he's in Chicago, I mean, honestly, man, the Steelers are just they have just too many issues right now, in my opinion. And the Saints haven't looked that bad. Andy Dalton has kind of had them firing. Kamara's got it going. We know Michael Thomas is out, but they've been good without Michael Thomas, so I'm not concerned with that.
They've been without Michael Thomas for the better part of 3 years now.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can still get it done. So in my opinion, I got Pittsburgh. I got New Orleans in this one.
Okay.
I think they try to keep pace in the poor NFC South, and keep that thing moving right along. And another game that's going to be a part of the dumpster fire edition. The 2-6 Las Vegas Raiders are going against a team that is literally imploding in front of our eyes, the 3-5-1 Colts. And Bobby, first and foremost, man.
You know what? The one thing I have to say about this game, I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
But if the Raiders go in there and lose to Jeff Saturday, just blow up the entire team.
Season's done. Just give up on the season.
Send Devontae back to Green Bay, holding up a sign. He's hire me to catch balls from Rodgers again. That's it.
Yeah, the season's done. I don't know what to say. I really don't. The only thing I'll shout out Jeff Saturday. He is an alumni of the University of North Carolina. Go Tar Heels. But that's it.
Not an NFL head coach.
Well, right. But that's it. That's it. Your credentials. What credentials do you have? And not only that,
It's a slap in the face to everybody that's been there.
Yeah. All the coaches that are actually they've been building up for this, and now you just bring in this guy. But see, that makes me think: is Irsay just is this legal tanking? I mean, is he just? I mean, come on, because think about this
without actually writing it on the wall. Hey, I'm tanking.
Yeah.
I
mean, it has to be. You have Jonathan Taylor. You have a solid defense. You have one of the highest paid offensive linemen in the league. You get Matt Ryan, who you benched. You fire your OC. You fire your head coach. I mean, everything from our perspective looks like Irsay, you're just saying, hey, forget it. We're trying to get one of these top-tier quarterbacks coming out of the draft. But still, do you want to go there with all that mess?
You know what, though? It's not all on Irsay. Half of it's on Jeff Saturday, too, for even accepting that job.
Well. But, I mean, if you're going to pay me that kind of salary.
They called me tomorrow and was like, hey, come coach the Redskins or Commanders or whatever they're called. And I'd be like, yeah, I watch football. I played football before, but I've never coached it.
Right.
Okay,
right.
I'm coming.
Right. Now, wait. First and foremost, I'd be like, yeah, I need to see that check clear. Okay, it's in the bank account. Then I'll be like, yeah, I'll come. Now, that's specific because if it's Dan Snyder, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'll come because in 5 months you'll be out.
Right. Yeah. Just, hey, for the next 8 games, you'll be all right.
As Anthony said, it is on Irsay. But hey, Anthony, shout out
on him, but it's also on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Hey, shout out to Anthony because he's the one who brought up the term legal tanking. Because, I mean, look, there's especially if they lose to the Raiders. I mean, anybody who loses this game can pretty much give up on their year. But if you lose to the Raiders.
Yeah. Anthony picked to watching college football. He's good there. The NFL isn't going so great for him.
Wow. Yeah, Anthony, I know you like that.
You like
keep pounding. Yo, let's move on. Let's move on to a game that it's a joke in my opinion, but everybody says it's one of the games of the week. The Cowboys and the Packers? What?
God.
Bang.
As much as I want the Cowboys to sleep on the Packers and lose to them, I just don't see it happening.
Don't see it happen.
No. The Packers are just a bad football team.
They're trash. They're really bad. Like, honestly, and it's not they don't have the players. I mean, at least on defense, they have the defensive players. Jair Alexander. We talk
up to be this, almost unbeatable unit, but they've been getting run over every game.
Right. And
now
that's
they
a problem.
lost. What's his name? Is he a linebacker or an end? Their best player on defense. I think he's gone for the season.
Is he? Are you serious?
Yeah. I forget his name.
Devondre Campbell?
I don't think it's Campbell.
Because he's out. Him and Shamar Jean-Charles are out for the Packers.
Okay.
He's the only one. And then Chris Barnes, Eric Stokes, and Tipa Galele are injured reserve for them.
It might have been Stokes. I know it just happened last week.
Yeah. So it might be Devondre because he's been having a monster game. He had a pick 6 against Washington. I know that for a fact. Game of the week because everybody wants to see Rodgers get humiliated. Yeah. But still, I want to see the Cowboys get humiliated too. So
how do I? Nothing ever makes me happier usually than watching Dallas lose.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It doesn't matter if I'm a fan of Miami, if I'm a fan of Washington, if I'm a fan of whoever.
Just need them to lose. That's all I care about, right?
Yes,
Yo, let's move along. The Cardinals at 3-6 are playing the Rams at 3-5. Now, both of these teams, the Cardinals, we know were 8-0 to start last year, and we know the Rams won the Super Bowl.
That's
but both
another
of these teams look terrible.
type of game, man.
Right? What happened to these teams? They were both prominent a year ago. What?
Yeah. And I just watched the live in-season Amazon thing with the Cardinals. Yeah. It was actually pretty good when they played Seahawks last week.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I got to go with the Cards. Yeah. The Rams just seem like a hot mess right now.
Yeah.
They can't get it together. And Stafford, is he still in concussion protocol?
I believe. Let me go check real quick to see if he is playing today. Stafford is questionable right now. He is questionable, so we'll see if he plays. But I mean, the way he's been playing, I'm not sure how much of a difference that would make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, it probably wouldn't. They can't run the ball either. They're another team that can't run the ball.
Right.
So if you can't run it and you can't throw it, you're not going to win many games.
Right. I mean, look, you got to be, like you said, Henderson for the Rams. I mean, under 300 yards rushing. He has like just over 250 yards on the ground. And then for the Cardinals, their leading rusher is their quarterback in Kyler Murray. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be a sort of a shootout. I don't know.
How many teams, though, have quarterbacks that are leading, their rushing totals? Baltimore, Chicago. Wait, Chicago probably not.
Yeah, because they still got Montgomery.
As is Herbert, Montgomery.
Right.
Oh yeah, but
Philly,
Arizona probably.
Is Philly one of those with Jalen Hurts?
I don't know if he has more than Sanders. He might.
Huh. That's right, because they've been giving Sanders the rock a lot more this year.
They have.
So,
I couldn't figure out why they wouldn't do that last year.
Exactly. So who do you have in this one? The Cardinals?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. Yeah, I'm going with Cardinals. All right, we got two more for you, ladies and gentlemen. The Sunday night game, the game that the Swintons will be talking and watching and going live on, the 49ers against the Chargers, the battle of the Bosa brothers. Chargers are 5-3, 49ers are 4-4. This is going to be a good game.
Kyle Shanahan, CMC, I think, is the difference maker.
Yeah. I got to agree with you. The Chargers, I know they're 5-3, but they just, for some reason, I just can't. I still can't buy into it yet.
Remember when everybody thought the AFC West was going to be by far the best division in football this year?
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah.
And so look, Chargers are still a playoff team. They still have legit players, but Keenan Allen's out. Mike Williams is out. So Herbert's having to go to Austin Eckler, who's all world, but he can't do it all. And that defense is good, but still going up against, you got Debo, who I believe is back. You got Brandon Ayuk. They got Elijah Mitchell back over there. CMC.
How is Elijah Mitchell going to be used now that CMC's there? And Jeff
Wilson. Right, because Jeff Wilson's with you guys.
He went to Miami, right.
So what I'm thinking is, and look, I don't know for a fact, but what my guess would be, you would run Elijah Mitchell up between the tackles. And then CMC, anything that you're flaring out, any of those swing passes, the screens, anything we're getting CMC in space.
You're basically making him a third down back?
I mean, let me ask you this. We know CMC's injury history. Do you want to give him a full workload?
Yeah, and he's pushing the wrong side of 30 years old now. So, for a running back, that historically has been the number.
Right.
That's true.
And look, and see, because with the Panthers, he had to be that guy. Who else do you have over there? You had DJ Moore. You know what I mean? Like Robbie Anderson, maybe at best. Now you have Debo.
Dante Foreman's looking pretty good in Carolina.
He's solid now, but when CMC was there, he wasn't really getting.
I don't think Chu was the guy.
He's upset me.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna be a lot better than he was.
If I play him in fantasy, he does nothing.
Nothing at all. But so who do you have in this one? Chargers? You got Niners?
Niners. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you on that one. I'm gonna go Niners. I just think the amount of weapons on offense for the 49ers are too much. And then you have Bosa on defense, and then you have Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in the league. So I got 49ers winning
That
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Really.
But for the game of the week in our eyes, the Washington Commanders at 4-5 going against the last undefeated team in the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't even need to ask. I'm saying it now. Washington's getting that W 24-21. It's happening. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm taking one for the team and going with that.
Let's go. I'm telling you. But look, let's be very honest. They beat us 24-8 last game.
Yep.
When they beat us in this game, they had one quarter, the second quarter.
Now,
3 drives where they were getting it.
Once Carson Wentz is healthy again, do you go back to him?
All right, I'll say this. Carson Wentz is a better quarterback, in my opinion, than Taylor Heineke. With that being said, Taylor Heineke is better in this offense than Carson.
Yes. I
agree. Personally, the guy who I think gives us the best chance is Carson Wentz. That's who I want. I want him to come in here and do it because we've seen the talent. When we have Taylor Heineke, we are capped at about 20 points. We're not getting over.
Can't play defense every time too.
Can we shout out that ref? Thank you, sir. But that's my main point about Taylor. Taylor's going to do that. He's going to throw those Hail Mary crazy balls.
Chuck it up there and say, all right, somebody catch it.
Right. And the thing about it, like you said, if that ref doesn't knock down that guy, then all of a sudden, that's picked off easily.
See, even on that play, though, either way, it was thrown into triple coverage.
Right. And you can't get away with that. You can't get away with that every week. The week before against the Colts, he threw up a prayer to daggone Terry McLaurin, and Stephon Gilmore almost got the pick. So so you have that, who at least he still gives us a chance. And then on the flip side, then you have Carson, who can complete those balls, and they'll look better. But at the same time, he might hold
Carson
the ball
also
for 10 years.
Stands there like a statue in the pocket and takes way too many sacks.
Exactly. And that's the problem. Because Taylor can give us –
What happened to the Carson Wentz that could run? Remember when we played against those guys?
But that was – and that's the thing. That's years ago. And that's pre-injury.
Yeah.
And Taylor gives us –
rookie seasons.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Taylor gives us that ability to run the ball from quarterback. He can get out of those tight when the O-line collapses and everything. Mm-hmm. So for me, I say you let Taylor run it. If he keeps winning, let him run it. But once we know that Carson is healthy, bring Carson back. That's all. That's my opinion.
Yeah. With the investment that they made, the Colts did it last year with a first-round pick, and then what did Washington give up for him? Second?
Yeah, I believe it's second. But see the thing, so here's the thing: if he plays 70% of the snaps this year, then it's a second. If he does not play 70%, then it's a third.
Well,
so that's where I'm kind of like
last 3 games.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If we could keep in Taylor Heineke for, I believe, the next 2 or 3 games and then bring Carson back, then it's going to go under that 70. So we got to play that game right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's kind of how it is. So,
it's just facts.
Yeah. So, look, that's who I got. I got us getting that dub. We shall definitely see. I know you Philly fans are going to give me a hard time about it, but I'm not worried about it. Here we go.
I'm not worried about it either, man. We need Philly to lose. They're going to have an off week.
Oh, yeah. And this is the only time the rest of the division will be on our side. So let's go. Yo, Bobby Wills, my guy. I appreciate you coming out here and spending this time with me, man. Didn't know if I was going to have to do this by myself, but you right here, man. I called and you were there, man. I appreciate that for sure. For sure. So we will definitely be getting down again and hitting up on this stuff
Dude,
on
come
Sunday.
over and watch the games today if you want to.
You saw my girl. So my girl was walking right behind me. She's sitting here. She was saying, look, you got this amount of time because I'm driving her shopping, she said. I was like, can I just sit here at the house? Like, why do I have to drive you? You know, because I've already had a couple. Okay, I can't tell all
She's
that.
probably
Stuff.
sitting in the corner back there just fuming right now.
Right? You saw her crawl through the screen. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here. I want to let you know." Yo, so Bobby, we get back around town before that. I'll let you, man, for sure.
Right.
For sure. Yo, appreciate you coming on, my guy. And look, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate all of you guys being with us. I'm going to end on all the Let's Talk Football shows that we have. Please join all of us. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But you just want to talk football? That's what we're here to do. So come and join us. Talk football. Tonight, let's talk. Or no, not even let's talk football. It's the Swintons Unfiltered. That is 100% all the Swintons. They came up with it. They set it up. They did the videos and everything on their own. So I am so happy for them. Cannot wait to see. And join in, ladies and gentlemen. There is a special guest tonight that will be joining the show. So we will see. On that note, my guy, Bobby, I'm Sean Spencer. That's my guy, Bobby Wills. Let's go. We'll see you
Adios,
next time,
amigo.